Morning, everybody. It's your boy JP, Joe Paul, backing him up. But anyway, having a great day. All that good stuff. Make sure you guys do me a favor, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's go and get into the video, man. So we're back with another rookie update, man. We're here to talk about Angel Reese. Miss Angel Reese, man, she has had a little bit of a struggle since coming back from Olympic break. The team, of course, has kind of just unraveled and fallen off a cliff. You know, I've made videos talking about that if you want to go back and check it out, with the Marina Mabrey trade and the Kennedy Carter drama. Just it's not been paradise in Chicago by any means, but this video is going to be mainly focused on Angel Reese, so we're going to try to stick away from all the Chicago Sky drama. So let's get in. We'll talk about the good first with Miss Angel Reese. So Miss Angel Reese, everybody knows, I've talked about it in depth on this channel, her amazing motor, her amazing rebounding, you know what I'm saying, and it's taken her to just like, she's just breaking all the possible rebound records that she possibly can, you know what I'm saying. She recently became the all-time single season rebounding leader in the WNBA with 405 and counting, because she's still playing the game. See, her season's not over yet, and she got that in just 32 games. So, you know, think about it. Cynthia Fowles had her record of, I believe, 404 for in a full season. I'm not sure if it was a 40-game season, but in a full season, she had 404, and Angel Reese, with still 8 games left to play in her rookie campaign, has come through and given you 405 rebounds. She's giving you 3 consecutive games of 20-plus rebounds. She's giving you 24 double-doubles for a rookie. Like, as much people want to sniff at and talk about, you know, she rebounds her own shots and all that good stuff. She's an amazing rebounder. She's a generational talent. Like, that is not something that, you know, you can really just, like, say that it does not matter, because Angel Reese said it herself, defensive rebounding wins championships. You need a player like Angel Reese if you want to be a good basketball team. And while right now the Chicago Sky are not a good basketball team, and that's to be expected because she was drafted 7th overall, so she went to a lottery team, so they're not a good team. So you really don't feel the impact of her defense and her rebounding because the players around her just aren't good, you know. And but as far as just like, you know, her individual ability, she's had 6 games this season with 18-plus rebounds. She's been an excellent defender on the ball. She's held DeWanna Bonner and Lafisa Collier, Asia Wilson, and Brittany Griner to all their lowest field goal percentage of the season. You can just see what the ceiling for Angel Reese can be. Like, I feel like if Angel Reese did not get any better from right now to the end of her career, I still believe that she is a Hall of Famer. I believe that she's probably one of the 15 best WNBA players of all time, because like I said, you can't take away the ability to rebound. Like, if Angel Reese played for any contending team, that team would be like, they'd be one of the most dangerous teams you could face in the postseason, because they can control possession. They can get second and third and fourth chances. Like, if the Minnesota Lynx had an Angel Reese on their team, my man, they would be the favorite. They would be the favorite because they already have excellent 3-point shooting. They're already an excellent defensive team. You add an offensive monster and an excellent rebounder like Angel Reese, you're just taking your team to the next overall level, man. But with all the good, you do have to talk about the bad when it comes to Miss Angel Reese. I'm not saying anything that's groundbreaking here, but she's been struggling very, very bad since the breaks come back. She's giving you 12.8 points per game, 16.5 rebounds per game, which is great. But she's shooting 34% from the floor, 67% from the free throw line, and that's just simply not going to get it done. For a Chicago team that just traded away their second leading scorer, second best player on the team, whatever you want to call Marina Mabrey, they need scoring. You know what I'm saying? They need scoring from different avenues, and while they've gotten great performances lately from, you know, Lindsey Allen and Rebecca Banham has given them some good performances, and Camila Cardozo's had a couple performances. Angel Reese coming out and shooting 34% from the floor on 13 field goal attempts is just not, it's a negative to the team. It hurts the team, you know what I'm saying? And it's tough, you know what I'm saying? It's a tough aspect because, you know, you want her to work on her game, you want her to get better at these things, but at the same time, she's currently hurting the team. You know what I'm saying? The team is not able to win games. They're 1-6 since the break, and that's just because I'm not going to put it all on Angel, because, like I said, they're just not overall a good team. But Angel coming out and being just this net negative on offense. And while you can say her defense is great, there's times where she will take a couple of plays off and she won't be as locked in as you know, as she needs to be. And just like when you're just not a player that can get it done on both sides of the floor, that's gonna hurt you. And I honestly feel like her not being able to knock down shots in the paint is really starting to become like a mental thing for her teammates, because while I think that the Chicago Sky are also just terrible at making post-entry passes, I think that the guards a lot of the time don't want want to make that post entry pass, because I can understand as a guard not wanting to keep throwing the ball into the paint if somebody's just going to turn and just keep throwing bricks at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're supposed to be a more efficient player. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be somebody that's shooting 50%, 60% from the field, because you're taking shots that are 5 feet from the basket. You know, and I think the Angel Reese's biggest problem is that she shoots too much. I think that for her offensive game to be where it is right now, I think that 13 field goal attempts since the break is way too many attempts. I think that if she were to keep that down to like around, 9 attempts a game, even if she were to come out and shoot, because I believe she knocks down between 4 and 5 field goal attempts a game. So if she were to knock down those same amount of field goal attempts on 9 shots, we're looking at somebody who's just under 40, who's just under 50% from the floor. Like we'll take that 100%. But in terms of just like what she does currently right now, it's not going to be good enough for the team. And like I said, I've said in previous videos, I think that Chicago Sky, their front office is tanking. They're not trying to be good. Why? I don't know, because I don't think that they own their first round pick from what I've checked. But Angels offense is going to be a topic of discussion for years to come, and rightfully so, because you can see that if she ever develops an offensive game, if she ever develops a consistent ability to put the ball in the basket from 5 feet outside the basket, or if she's even able to extend her game out to that mid-range shot or that three-point shot, because she's not scared to take those shots. She's just not very good at knocking down those shots. I believe she shoots like 20% or something like that, 30% from anywhere outside of the basket. Maybe it might be even worse than that. So you can just see that when if she's able to get better at that, they can definitely just take her game, take her career, take her whole trajectory as a player and as an icon in the basketball realm to the next level. But I guess the thing for me is that I have a hard time believing that she's going to be able to just turn into this amazing offensive player. You know what I'm saying? Like even thinking about an NBA equivalent of somebody who came into the league and who was strictly defense and, turned themselves into an offensive superstar. Like the only person I can think of really is, and help me out in the comments if you can, because the only person I can think of right now is like a Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? But Kawhi Leonard, he played he played the 4 in college. But when he got to San Antonio, they have a great development team. They have the best shooting coach in the entire league, and they were able to rework Kawhi, gave him some good handles, and really just get him to a very, very solid, very, very dominant offensive player. And it's like, do I believe that Angel Reese has those same tools? I don't think that right now she's a great ball handler. While I think she has the ability to score, off the dribble. I just think that her mechanics are just all wrong with how she goes to finish, layups. Like, I think she just puts herself in tough angles where it makes it very, very hard for her to, give her an actual chance to make the basket. And do I really believe that she's going to be able to get work on a mid-range shot, work on a three-point shot, work on handles, work on finishing around the rim, like when she's been who she has been for the last 22 years. What honestly is something that's interesting to me is because I realized when I was doing research for this video that Angel Reese went to LSU because she wanted to be turned into a stretch 4 for the next level, and she was at LSU for 2 years and she didn't get turned into a stretch 4 at all. She got to be Reggie Evans because in college she was a double queen, 20 and 20, but she wasn't knocking down mid-range jump shots. She was out there bullying folks. So like I said, people, especially Sky fans, Angel Reese fans in particular, they are just very, very high and very, very confident in her ability to, generate this offensive game. But I guess I'm just not super, super confident in it. You guys can let me know in the comments if you guys think that Angel Reese will ever be able to be a dominant offensive player, or not even dominant. Let me know what level of offensive player you guys think Angel Reese will be at her peak. Will she be a good offensive player? Will she be just like an average one? Will she be a great offensive player? Let me know. Right now, I have to say, I think that her ceiling probably is a good offensive player. Like, I believe that she can, become somebody that can knock down, a 15-foot jump shot, somebody who can finish better in the paint with better mechanics. But something I'm gonna have to see. And but just something, a little food for thought before I get you guys out of here. I think that Angel Reese may be potentially playing the wrong brand of basketball. You know what I'm saying? On the offensive end. On the defensive end, I think that she's doing it great. I think that the offensive rebounding, the defensive rebounding, the defense she plays, that's something that she needs. That's something that's going to carry her. That's something that will make her a champion at this level. I think that the next step for Angel Reese is to turn her kind of into a Draymond Green-esque role. Because as you can currently see right now with the Chicago Sky, their guards have no skills when it comes to throwing the ball into the paint. They will just either throw the ball short, they will throw the ball at the defender, they just won't throw the ball at all. It's just completely unacceptable about what the Sky guards do in terms of post passing. And in the last game, I saw Angel Reese really does have the ability to make a very good post pass. She threw the ball down low to Cardoso multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And Cardoso being 6'7", a lot of times all she had to do was just turn and score. And I'm like, the Chicago Sky can do this every single time if they just have somebody who's competent enough to pass the ball. And I think that the only thing right now is going to keep her from being able to play that Draymond Green-esque role is because that she is such a bad offensive player. But I think that if she can just become, so somebody who has a good floater, somebody who has a good, free throw line jump shot, she's a decent enough passer. I believe she's very good at making back cuts. She's very good at making post-entry passes. You can use her in dribble handoffs. You can use her as a screener. Like, she doesn't have to be somebody who just stands in the paint or somebody who's trying to post up, because I just don't think that's going to be her best overall role for her as a WNBA player. She's not the biggest player anymore like she was on the college level. She is, average height for the position. She might be a little bit short for the position. But that's all I got, man. That's just kind of some food for thought for me, man. But let me know, guys, like I said, answer the question that I guys asked a little bit later about Angel Reese's potential as an offensive player. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace and love, family. Deuces.